This is USA News Hub, United States. The heart of American sports. Subscribe for power, passion, and champions. She dominated her match. She cruised through the first round. But what had the press room laughing had nothing to do with tennis. After her Australian Open win, Coco Gauff revealed a painfully awkward locker room moment, the kind that makes you freeze, smile, and instantly regret opening your mouth. And her reaction? I was like, oh. Let's break down how Coco Gauff won on the court, then stole the spotlight off it, with one of the most relatable moments of the 2026 Australian Open. Coco Gauff couldn't have asked for a smoother beginning to her Australian Open campaign. Monday in Melbourne, the American #1 delivered a composed, confident performance, defeating Russia's Kamila Rakimova in straight sets. Bar chart first-round result. Coco Gauff def. Kamila Rakimova 6-2, 6-3 from the very first games. The match had a familiar rhythm, Gauff controlling rallies. Gauff defending effortlessly. Gauff punishing short balls with pace and precision. Even with a few serving hiccups, the outcome never felt in doubt. Tennis, a performance built on maturity. At just 21 years old, Coco Gauff continues to show growth well beyond her years. Against Rakimova, she heavy checkmark stayed patient during longer points. Heavy checkmark protected her service games under pressure. Heavy checkmark dominated second serve returns. Heavy checkmark reset quickly after errors. This wasn't about flash, it was about command. And that maturity carried right into the post-match press conference. Studio microphone press conference takes a turn. After discussing her mental development, confidence, and comfort on Rod Laver Arena, the tone of the press conference suddenly shifted. Reporter asked a lighter, unexpected question. Backhand index pointing right. Has Coco Gauff ever had an awkward moment inside a tour locker room? At first, Gauff smiled. Then she laughed. Then she shared a story that instantly reminded everyone. Even Grand Slam champions are human. Flushed face, the locker room mix-up. Coco's own words. With a grin, Coco told the story. She explained that she once believed another player had just won her match. Oh, naturally, she congratulated her. Yes, I thought she had won, Gauff said. So I said bravo. But the response she got? No, I lost. And Coco? And I was like, oh. Instant silence. Instant realization. Instant cringe. The entire press room burst out laughing. Face with tears of joy why this moment went viral. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't exaggerated. It was real. That's exactly why fans loved it. Because everyone has experienced that moment. Saying congrats too early. Reading a situation completely wrong. Wanting the floor to open up and swallow you. And Coco Gauff told it with perfect timing and honesty. Globe showing Europe-Africa. Coco Gauff. Star, but still relatable. This is part of what makes Gauff so popular globally. Yes, she's heavy checkmark, a two-time Grand Slam champion. Heavy checkmark, one of the faces of women's tennis. Heavy checkmark, a leader for American tennis, but she's also someone who laughs at herself. Shares awkward stories openly. Doesn't hide behind rehearsed answers. Moments like this humanize greatness. Brain confidence on court. Comfort off court. What stood out in the press room wasn't just the story, it was how comfortably she told it. There was no embarrassment. No hesitation. No image control. Just authenticity. That confidence off the court mirrors the calm she shows on it, a sign of a player who is no longer just surviving the tour, but fully owning her place on it. Tennis shifting back to the tennis. While the locker room story stole smiles, Coco Gauff's focus remains firmly on progressing deep into the tournament. Her opening round performance reinforced several trends. She rarely loses early in Melbourne anymore. Her return game remains elite. She looks physically fresh and mentally relaxed. These are dangerous signs for the rest of the draw. Broken heart, no Venus Williams matchup this time. One storyline that won't happen this year. Coco Gauff facing her lifelong idol, Venus Williams. The 7-time Grand Slam champion was eliminated in the first round after a dramatic emotional battle against Olga Danilovic. That result ended hopes of a generational showdown, but it also highlighted how quickly tennis turns pages. Seedling Gauff's journey from fan to leader. Coco has spoken many times about growing up watching Venus and Serena. Now, she's in a position where she's inspiring the next generation. Reporters are asking her about growth and leadership. and her stories set the tone of press rooms. It's a reminder of how far she's come, from teenage prodigy to established star. Trophy Australian Open expectations. With her first match out of the way, expectations are rising, as they always do with Gauff. But her demeanor suggests she's comfortable with that pressure. She's smiling. She's relaxed. She's focused. And when a player combines elite talent with genuine joy, that's often when their best tennis appears. Coco Gauff's Australian Open started with heavy checkmark, a convincing win. Heavy checkmark, a confident press conference. Heavy checkmark and a laugh-out-loud locker room confession. It was the perfect reminder that tennis stars aren't just champions. They're people navigating awkward moments just like everyone else. And sometimes, those moments become the most memorable stories of the tournament. Make sure you subscribe to USA News Hub United States. More breaking news. More powerful stories. More champions. Coming your way. See you soon.